Welcome to the channel. There's an elephant in the room that we need to address. As in, I'm the elephant, I'm not in the room. This is a faceless video, and we need to address it. I feel like shit, I look like shit, so this video is gonna be faceless, so just bear with me here. I've been dealing with a lot of autistic burnout, so you're lucky if you get one video from me. Let's be so real. Hopefully I can get back to doing 2 videos a week, but lately it's definitely been 1 video a week, and I'm very burnt out from socializing with everything going on right now. Speaking of everything going on right now, but in a world standpoint, everyone is struggling right now. So if you can donate, it would be great if you did donate to some charities. I will link 3 new ones down below. I link 3 charities in every video now, and I will post the last 3 from the last video in my community tab on my channel. So if you want to go see what the links were for the last video, you can go see that in my community tab, or you can watch my last video and see what the description has. So this video is going to be about something that is equally nostalgic and vintage, but technically is not what I talk about on my channel, but technically is. So we're just going to do it anyway because I'm autistic and I want to talk about this, so let me just talk about it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So if you don't know who Red the pirate is, then you're probably not going to understand anything I'm talking about in this video. But a brief history. She's from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney World and Disneyland and also other parks, but I'm talking about the American ones in this video. That ride first came out in California on March 18th, 1967, when originally they were making the ride. Mark Davis, the creator of the ride, the main Imagineer on the ride, wanted to make 2 girl pirate characters based off of the real-life pirates Anne Bonny and Mary Read. Now, Walt didn't like this idea very much because the 2 pirate girls were said to be lesbian lovers. A lot of historians call them good friends or close friends, but in the original lore of them, they both dressed up as men to go into the military and then become pirates, and then eventually got really close, which in my opinion sounds like lesbian. So that's probably why Walt said he didn't want them to be featured in the ride. So Mark Davis came up with another idea, a pirate that was based off of the other pirate, Anne Bonny. Nobody really knows who she was going to be named because this is kind of a rumor, so to say, but they're kind of confirmed. Who knows? But Walt still didn't like that either. He thought, dude, it'd be way funnier if we joked about human trafficking and low-key also SA. Obviously, that's not at all funny, but Walt thought it was.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Luckily for women and Mark Davis, in 2017, it needed a refurbishment. In this new era, this is weird. Why would you show this in a kid's park? Don't do that, please. So they changed it to Mark's original idea of one kind of gay-looking girl pirate that is still from Ireland. I don't even know if I mentioned that the 2 girls were from Ireland, but they were. And the new pirate is also from Ireland. She's Irish. Okay, now that I've told you the brief history of her existence, here's what I think her origin story is. Human traffickers, already starting off crazy, but human traffickers stole her to auction her off in different towns. But Captain Barbossa overthrew that boat and dueled the captain of that boat and set the women free. Red knew she'd be captured again, so she challenged Captain Barbossa and proposed she be part of the crew. When she successfully proved that she was worthy of being part of the crew, Captain Barbossa let her be part of the crew and nicknamed her Red after the color of her hair. One night, the crew docked at a secret hideout in New Orleans. While at a bar in New Orleans, hiding out, Red discovers a mysterious upper-class woman in the corner trying not to be seen. Red becomes more and more curious at her behavior. She goes up to talk to the woman and hears that her name is Constance Hatchaway. They get to talking, and mysteriously, days after, Constance's husband, Captain Gore, is lost at sea, along with his ship. Red and Constance grow closer, and Red helps Constance kill every husband without getting caught and concealing their growing relationship. Eventually, they get caught. Once they're thrown in prison, they disappear. Some say Red finally became a captain of her own ship and sailed off with her lover, only to be wrecked at sea for their souls to be trapped in the mansion where all the husbands were killed because of the curse of the treasure she stole with Captain Barbossa on the Wicked Wench. So, that's my fan theory that I wrote quite a bit ago, maybe a year or two ago, but it's kind of changed since then. So, just to discuss what I was thinking while I was making it, I really wanted to incorporate historical accuracy somewhat and her old persona and the Haunted Mansion, because I feel like the two are very much connected. If you watch Offhand Disney, you know what I'm talking about. And I wanted to incorporate lesbians. I feel like it had to happen, y'all. It had to happen. So first of all, the pirate initiation when she became a pirate is kind of historically accurate. If you research about pirates, a lot of the times they would free slaves or people who were being trafficked like that. And if one of them decided to challenge the captain and prove that they were good enough to be part of the crew, they could and be part of the crew. So they wouldn't have to be let free and then just captured again, just to be a slave or something else. And I wanted to tie in her original persona as the redhead that was getting auctioned off, as I don't want to make it look like it's a good thing. I want it to look like a bad thing in this fan theory, fan backstory, whatever. But I still wanted to acknowledge its existence because I think it would be a cool thing if she reclaimed herself and became a pirate. I also threw in a little Captain Gore reference for those of you who love Haunted Mansion lore as well. And of course, this has to do with Haunted Mansion lore, so I wanted to incorporate Constance as well. And I just think it would make sense. We don't know why Constance is killing all of her husbands, and we don't really know what happened to Red after she was with the Wicked Wench. So it kind of explains the rest of their story as well. I bet I could come up with another theory about the beginning of Constance wanting to kill all of her husbands and make a bunch of money and stuff like that, and maybe make a video about that if you guys are interested in that. It would definitely take me some time to think and to do research and to come up with a storyline, but I bet I could do it. And I bet I could do it with other characters as well. Just let me know. But after writing this theory, I've kind of gotten to thinking, and what did they end up doing with the other girl pirate, Mary? And then I remembered, recently they came out with another girl pirate named Mary Goldwyn. So I was thinking, is this the one that's inspired by the other one? And I did some more digging, and apparently Mary and Red are supposed to be good friends, and Mary was gifted by Red a photo of Red to put in the Beacon Barrel, Mary's restaurant, with her pet, Rummy, who is the Barker bird from Pirates. I truly believe that after watching the Offhand Disney video. Trust me on this, guys. If Red and Mary are very close friends, and Red is inspired by Anne Bonny, does that mean that Mary Goldwyn is inspired by Mary Read? Well, actually, I don't know, because Mary Goldwyn's real name is actually Marion. It could be the case, it could not be the case, but there's also Mary from the SEA Society of Explorers and Adventurers, from the Disney Cruise Line, Mary Oceaneer, but those are completely different timelines, so definitely not her. So maybe just potentially Mary Goldwyn, I don't know. Maybe there are lesbian lovers too. Maybe it's a polyamorous relationship. I don't know. Maybe they're only connected to those characters by the names and not the lore. I don't know. But that's my fan theory. If you guys like these kinds of videos, let me know. I'm definitely going to make more videos about Disney parks lore and vintage Disney park stuff, but let me know if you want more fan theories about different things, even things that aren't Disney. I don't care. I love doing fan theories. I'm a total geek. That sounds like I'm trying to make myself sound quirky, but I swear I'm not. Seriously, if you guys want me to make more fan theories, maybe about different vintage sitcoms, I'm in love with The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and I don't know how to stop watching it. I've also been watching Jessie a lot lately, and I always love watching The Addams Family, and I really need to watch The Partridge Family soon. I've only watched a little bit of that, and I need to rewatch The Monkees. So that's the end of the video. If you want to follow my Instagram, it's linked down below. And if you want to donate to some charities, I have 3 of those linked down below and 3 other ones linked in my last video and in the community tab, remember that. And I'm trying to make it to 100 subscribers by the end of this year, so if you want to help me out with that, you can subscribe and like this video. Also, sometimes I go live around noon to the afternoon here on YouTube, so stay tuned for that, where I'll maybe talk about magazines or books or something like that. Really just trying to get some interaction on my channel. I really want to get monetized. That's why I'm making longer videos like this. So if you want to support me, that is great. Thank you for that. But I would also love if you would support some of the donation links I have down below. And with all that said, that's the end of the video. Goodbye.